Destination Newry, it's the morning programme live from the heart of Newry out right across the planet, and you are enormously welcome if you're just joining us. If you've been with us from 7:30 this morning on the show, I do hope you like the kind of breakfast menu we've been bringing you. Bringing you now, we've got Dylan McElroy with Ashley Canning, yes? Aisling Canning, yeah. And we've got Lauren McAvoy. These are from these girls and this boy, these ladies and this man are from St. Paul's School on the Green Road at Bessbrook. And a good school it is. You people are making an impact. You're all over the world. You're going out to Africa to do things. You're going to Romania. It's a good school to be in. Tell me about your school.
Oh, it's brilliant. Like there's just so many opportunities, and the teachers are brilliant, and like they're very good teachers, and you learn a lot. Like. Yeah,
you're hoping to do what when you grow up?
Law, probably.
Law.
A barrister.
A barrister. That's good. Yeah, you're good. And psychiatric nursing is there for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you be a psychiatrist?
I just don't know. I would be a nurse, like.
Yeah, that's in your blood. You want to do that. Yeah. And I wish you good luck with that. That's important. And the world will be a better place when you become a psychiatric nurse.
Thank you.
And Dylan, you don't know yet what you're going to do.
No idea.
You're chilled at the moment and taking it in.
Just taking it easy.
Yeah. One of the things that you're not chilled about, because you've all been debating and working on the HAS talks that have been here over the end of last year, 6 months last year. Were you following them at all in the course of news during the year?
Yeah, just over the news and just politics and stuff.
Yeah, you're interested in politics, are you?
Yeah.
Maybe you're a politician in waiting here.
Maybe.
Yeah, it could be indeed. So, what's the structure for the HAS debate within the school? Did you have lessons on it? Did you have debates on it?
Well, we had like a debate there on Tuesday, and just everyone was giving their opinions on it and stuff. And
what's your opinion on it? I'll tell you my opinion on it in a minute. You tell me yours.
Like I personally think that, there's more important things like in the world than to be worrying about like parades in the past. And with all due respect, I think they should be concentrating more on healthcare and education, than something like this. Because our generation wouldn't really be we wouldn't say interested, but our generation wouldn't be like as much. We wouldn't have been around for the troubles or like.
Let's move on. That's what you're saying. Yeah, yeah. What about you?
The same, like, because like, life's too short to be stuck in the past, like, and there's so many stuff going around the world, and this is in the past. Like, we have to get on with our lives.
Yeah, and we can build things and give other people example, I suppose. Yeah, and Dylan, where are you on it?
I just think we should move on and just focus on more important things, like education and healthcare, and put money into stuff we can actually use, not the police like over a flag issue or like rioting and stuff.
Yeah, rioting is, for a start, it's sore.
Yeah.
I would think that's a very good reason for not doing it, because if you get blown off the top of a tank with one of these what are those water cannons?
Yeah.
It's not a good idea, So these are nutcases, these people who are rioting, I think. That's my view. My view is, and I understand why you use the lovely polite phrase, with all due respect, but those who want to prioritize parades and flags, and I would say parades and flags, I don't have any respect for them. So I wouldn't say with all due respect. I'd say, you listen to me, I'm right on this, and start listening. But the thing about the past, I think, may be different, because unless folk in our community can come to terms with all the hurt that occurred in the past. There was a lot of hurt, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah, and some of you would know about it, some of you wouldn't know about it. Unless we can do that and go forward from there, maybe we can't build a future.
Well, it's easy to say, for someone who hasn't experienced it, like move on and work past it. But for me personally, like I have a relative, and he was shot during the Troubles, but he's still alive, and I'm not sure what his view is, but I know I don't think the person was caught, but he was shot because he was working for like a Catholic building firm.
Yes.
And he's actually a Protestant, so they assumed he was Catholic and shot him anyway. And like that's led to, like, I'm near sure he lost his spleen and now he's on antibiotics. And I know that's like that caused trouble for him. So I'm pretty sure he just wants to move past it and like forget about it.
Is it your sense that that relative of yours has started to forgive those who tried to kill him?
I do think so, because he has, like, he's a very laid back man and he's like very, you know, at peace with himself and stuff. Like he's not, like, he doesn't get worked up over things, so I'm pretty sure that he's trying to put it behind him, and I'm not sure, like, he doesn't really talk about it
no,
much.
I understand. And then with, you know, the Troubles, we call it. I covered it as a journalist from Bloody Sunday before you were born, many times before you were born, until now. I know what the Troubles mean to me in my recollection. What do the Troubles mean to you?
Well, it's a big thing in my house. Like my grandfather, my great grandfather, he was like interned on an internment ship, like, and like my mother had to move out of our house because she was that scared, like. So it's like a big thing, but like we just want to move on, like.
Yeah, it's a thing of the past now.
Yeah.
It's been done.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dylan, what about your feeling on the Troubles? That phrase, what does that phrase conjure up in your mind?
It's a huge issue. Like it's just all that's happened in this country, all just violence and war for the past 40 years. So it's just not a nice thing to be like looked across the globe as that's what's happened in your country. That's what you're like symbolised as.
Yeah.
A country of like war.
The fighting Irish, as they often would
Yeah.
say, you know. Have you any contact with or any knowledge of students of the other religion, of the Protestant religion at all? Or have you any friends?
Yeah, I've got friends that
Yeah.
are Protestant. I've got friends that go to Newry High. I've got friends that play in different football teams for me that are from the Protestant religion. I don't like get on the same as I would with a Catholic person.
And how do they get on with you?
Dead on.
It's all right.
Yeah, just look as me as a friend and someone to just play for kick about. I was hard with.
Yeah. So religion has gone down with the if we can take this as a metaphor for the wider society. As far as young people are concerned, religion is no longer being prioritized in your relationships. You're able to be friends no matter who the person is.
Well,
Is that what we're saying?
In some people's relationships with people, religion does play a part, but not in our, like, not my opinion.
And do you think education in Newry is good in this way? Do you think that there is good contact cross community? Is that your?
Yeah, well, the school makes efforts to reach out to all backgrounds and all communities. They make an effort, like, just to get along with everybody, I think.
Yeah. You were talking this week, a man called Kyle Paisley. Guess who he is?
Ian Paisley.
He's Ian's son.
Yeah.
And he's in England as a Free Presbyterian minister in England. And he was suggesting it'd be a good idea on days that the flag, the Union Jack, is not to be flown on the City Hall in Belfast, we shall fly the flag of St. Patrick. What do you think of that as an idea?
I personally think that there should be like no flag flown, because then it creates no animosity on either side, and you know everyone will be happy then. And like well, that's my opinion. I'm not saying it's right or it's wrong. I'm not going to try and force it on
But maybe if
anyone.
it's right, you should. I'm taking you in the direction of politics now. Maybe if your opinion is right. This, you see, you've said once already, with all due respect, you were saying with all due respect to Egypts, who want to sort of fly flags and eat flags, but your position is vastly in advance of them. So don't apologise for it. And don't say I may be right or may be wrong. If you feel you're right, you beat your chest and say, yeah, I'm here and I'm going to do this, you know. So I think from this moment on, don't bow back from them. Go for the jugular and say, this is what I believe. And that's important, isn't it? Mm-hmm. So, but I mean, Sinn Féin was in earlier, like Conor Murphy in earlier, and he said they had agreed to because the reality is flags are an issue, you know. We can't get away from that. They are an issue. But Sinn Féin has accommodated the debate, it seems, and I'm not a member of Sinn Féin, I don't have any politics. That's what happens when you're a journalist. You shouldn't. You don't. I think you shouldn't have. You listen to everybody, neutral, and you go forward. But Sinn Féin were saying that they accommodated the Haas talks by allowing for 15 designated days on which the flag would be flown in the City Hall. And then Kyle Paisley came back later and said, yeah, on the days it's not been flown, why not look to our joint heritage of St. Patrick and fly the St. Patrick's flag? What's your take on that?
It would represent both communities if they're both happy with it. It's like it's a joint flag because they both look as St. Patrick is a kind of saint and person to have as a symbol for our country.
Yeah. Girls?
Well, like there is a British culture in Belfast, like you have to admit that, and
there's also a very strong Irish culture there as well.
Is, definitely.
You know.
And like I said, I do think there should be no flag flown. Like I think that you're always gonna get like a few people who don't agree with that at all, and they're gonna cause trouble for everyone. So it'd probably be safer if there was nothing, and that way there couldn't be any arguments, and then there would be no riots or protests or anything.
You're describing heaven, aren't you?
Yeah, an ideal world.
Yeah, an ideal world. But I just don't know, how disappointing, what do you think should have happened when Haas was here? How do you think it could have been taken forward? At the moment, the Unionists have walked away from it. Haas has gone back to America. Barack Obama has taken the sulks with us because we haven't sorted it out. It's a bit of a quandary, isn't it? A bit of a mess. What do you think should have happened?
I think everyone should just agree, because both sides need to show maturity now, because they just can't look at one thing and deal with that problem without dragging up the past or the flags or the parades, and they just need to, show maturity and get along with each other.
Wonderful. How old are you?
15.
Here's a 15-year-old girl telling grown politicians in Ireland that they need to mature. Well done. I applaud that all the way. Yeah, yeah. So how would you take the situation forward now if you had it in your hands? Barack Obama's angry, Haas is throwing the head, he says, oh, I've had enough. How would you take it forward if you had the choice and had the power to do so?
Sit both sides down at a table and don't leave there till they agree.
Lock them in?
Yeah, basically.
Basically?
Yeah.
I like your style. Basically lock them in. That's very, very good indeed.
Have to come to solutions sometimes, sooner than later.
Well, your school, of course, looks out beyond the shores of Ireland. You have people who go to Africa. You have people who go to Romania. Have you been? Any of you been there yet?
No.
Not yet, but you will. That'll plenty of time for
Hopefully.
that. Yeah, yeah. I want to thank you for coming in. You've been very good. Thank you. Do you enjoy it?
Yeah.
You're a wee bit worried at the beginning about it, weren't you?
Yeah.
And we told you not to worry. Don't sweat the small stuff. It doesn't worry us. All right.
Yeah.
We're going to play you some music now. Thank you for coming in. All the very best to you and to St. Paul's. Take care. Dee.